Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I will guide you step by step on how to create a dashboard on Microsoft Power BI. It is a very important and interesting topic if you are a data analyst or if you are in a transition to become a data analyst. It is very important for you to learn a BI tool. It can be Tableau, it can be Power BI, it can be ClickSense or any other BI tool. Right now we are on Microsoft Power BI desktop. Here I will help you to understand the concepts step by step, creating a visual. Then we will work on page navigation. If this is the dashboard you want to see, there are 4 pages: home button, then there is product analysis, store analysis, inventory analysis. For example, if I want to go to product analysis, I can click here, I can go to product table. If I click on store analysis, I can see the analysis of the store. If I click on inventory analysis, you can see the inventory analysis. If I go back to home page, I can see the home page or overview of the dashboard. So this is very interesting and easy if you follow step by step and stay tuned till the end of the video, because at the end I will help you with some of the important tips which are used in Power BI to solve the complex queries. Alright guys, so first of all I would like to show you the data set which I have used in this particular Power BI dashboard. I have used one particular website through which you can download the data set for free. So let's go there. Alright guys, so now we are on the website mavenanalytics.io. This is the website which I was talking about. Here you can download the datasets for free. Click on resources and then click on data playground. Here you can explore all the datasets. So these are the datasets which are provided by the website. For example, if you want to just select any particular dataset which is having multiple tables, so you can select data structured multiple tables, right? So if you select multiple tables, automatically the complexity has increased, right? So if you're working on single table, there is no complexity. You don't need to join the tables or do the cardinalities and everything, right? So now if I click on select toys, for example, so Mexico toy sales. So this is one of the data set and this is the data set that I have used. You can see number of records are 8,30,940. Data structure is multiple table. Number of fields are 14. Date added. So this was added in the month of March 2021. Alright, so now if you want to work on this is sales and inventory data for a fictitious chain of toy stores in Mexico called Mayville Toy. Alright, so here you can see recommended analysis that you can do. Which product categories drive the biggest profits? Is this the same across store locations? Can you find any seasonal trends or patterns in the sales data? Are sales being lost with out of stock products at certain locations? How much money is tied up with inventory at toy stores? How long will it last? So you can do all these kind of analysis, right? Going back, so here if you want to download this data, you can just click here and click on this CSV. The file will automatically get downloaded, and then this data set you can import in Power BI and can be used. Alright guys, so now we are on the Power BI interface. This is Power BI desktop. Now we have to import the data. So what I'll do is I'll just click on get data. Now we know that our files are in CSV format, so I'll just click text CSV. Here I just want to have inventory, products, sales and stores. All these 4 files I need to have. So what I can do is I can keep this in one folder and then I can import the folder directly, or I can import these 4 files individually. So let's import them. This is the inventory table, store ID, product ID, stock on hand, right? So this looks good. Load. Here you can see 1593 records are there. Similarly, I'll just import another table. click on get data, click on text CSV, connect. Now I'll import the products table. Products table is more as a product master table. I'll click on load. This has 35 records only. Similarly, I'll import again from the same location, text CSV format. Now I'll import sales. This might be a larger file because this is the sales data, so the records can be in lakhs. Finally, the last record, or you can say last table that we have to import, stores table. This also looks good. Let's load it. Perfect. So now you can see in the right panel, in the fields panel, you can see there is inventory table, products table, sales table, and stores table. Now what I have to do is I have to create a date table as well. So what I can do is I can go to Power Editor. I want to have a date table which includes all the invoice dates, right? So what I can do is I can duplicate the sales table, right click on sales table and then create duplicate, change the name of the table to date and keep only the date column. So remove other columns. Now what I have to do is I have to remove the duplicates so that these are the distinct values, right? So date table has been created. So now what I'll do is I'll just click on apply and close. Perfect. Now we have date table as well, right? So what I'll do is I'll just go to the hierarchy table. Let me see if there is a mapping already in place for all these tables. So I have inventory table, I have products. I will keep the product master at the left, stores table also in the left, then inventory and sales table in the right. All right, so now we have this mapping done. We need to map date table as well, right? I need to map date table with the sales table. So let me see where is my date. I can just drag this and put it on this, right? So this is the link that has already been created. Perfect. So now what we will do is let's start with the dashboarding. So first of all, I need to create a background as I have shown you in the previous images how the dashboard should look like, right? So first of all, let me just make the background as light purple. So light purple, I know the hex for this is AC95DA. All right, so this is the color which I want. Transparency is 0%. Yeah. All right, now I want to insert one shape, rectangular shape, which can become my left panel. Right, now I want to change the features of this particular shape. Rectangle is fine. I'll go to the style part. First of all, I just need to change the color of the fill. Color of the fill should be purple. I know the hex of that. Hex would be 893395. Perfect. So this is what I wanted. Transparency can be, let's say 25 or maybe more, let's say 30%. Then if I come to border, again the color should be the dark purple. Width should be more, 2, 3, 4, 5. Transparency is 0%. That looks okay to me. Text should be off. Shadow, let's make it on. In shadow, color would be again purple. Transparency is high right now. Let's make it 25. Blur looks good, but let's make it less blurry. Yeah. Now position is bottom right. Perfect. Now let's change the glow part. If you see, glow right now is blue. I'll make it again the purple one. Transparency is 0, 1. It's okay, 1%. And blur is, let's make it 50% of what it is right now. Right. So now this is done. This is exactly the way it has been in the previous one. Now I want to position it. If I go to general, if I see the property, I'll see the size and position. Correct. So size would be height. Let's say it should be somewhere around 700, and it should be, width should be around 220. All right. Something is odd. Okay, height is 700. What about 200? If I make it 300, if I make it 400, if I make it 500, if I make it, okay, so it should be less than 695. 695, well, let's say 696 if I make it this side, right? So 696 is okay, right? And let's make width as 220 and this 695. Let's make it more in multiples of 5. Position should be horizontal, let's say 8. Vertical looks good, right? So this is how our left panel should look like. This is perfectly how I wanted, right? Let me just copy paste this same icon. This will help me in the future creations as well, right? Perfect. I can make it as big as possible, whatever is the requirement. So if you see like this, you can drag and drop the way you wanted. Right. So if I make it this way, I can do this, I can make this, right? All right, so this has been created. Now I want one more shape. For example, this one, I'll make it as a light one, or I can just recreate. Let's just delete this. I'll again insert the shape of rectangle, right? This shape should be rectangle but with the rounded corners. Let's say rounded is 10px. That is good for me. Rotation is fine. Styling part, again I want to have light purple color, right? If I make it this side, all right, now I want to change some of the features. If I go to the effects, in shadow, the color should be purple, right? Offset should be outside and position should be custom, where I can change the size. Size should be more, let's say it is 10. Blur should be 25, more blurry I wanted. Angle is fine. Transparency is very high, let's make it 40. Yes. All right, so this is how it is looking right now. Let's change the border as well. If I search the border part, it is coming here. Let's make it white with the width of, let's say 5. Perfect. This looks good. Yeah, this is slightly big. Yeah, this is good. Let's change the title part, keep it as home. Okay, no, I'll just keep this in text instead of title, because in title it will come on the top. I don't want that. If I go to style, I'll go to text, I'll just type in here. This is good. Make it bold. Size should be, let's say font size should be 16, or let's say 14 is good enough. I'll just copy paste. All right, so now second one, if I go to the text part, it should be product analysis. All right, if I go to the second part, it should be more of store analysis. Here I will have store analysis, and finally this can be inventory analysis. All right, so let's change the font size as well for each and every one to make it homogeneous. All right, now we can align, now we can align these 4 buttons. Go to format, align, distribute vertically. Looks great. If I want to shift it towards the right side. All right, yeah. Now what I want is, this is my home page, right? Now I can change the name of this page as home page. All right, so now I want to have 3 different pages: product analysis, store analysis, and inventory analysis. One more thing I want to add is reset button. If I go to the text, I'll just change it to reset and decrease the shape size and increase the font. 20 looks good. Change the fill also. Fill can be dark. It looks good for now. Right. Now what I want is, this is the home page where I would like to see the overview of the analysis. If I am having sales, this is month-wise sales, right? So first of all, I want to see how much sale I am doing month-wise. So in that case, I would like to have stacked column chart. Here I would like to add month. Go to select month. Right now I would like to select sales. But the problem right now is, I don't have sales per se. Right now I am having sales unit, sales that is done in unit. What I have to do is multiply unit with the price. So let's create, one second, create a new measure in sales table itself. All right, the name would be sales in value. It can be equal to sales unit. But right now the problem is, I have to create a measure for unit as well, because unit is a column in a table which won't be able to come here. For that I have to create a measure for unit as well. Sum of units equal to sum of sales units, right? So this is my units. Similarly, I would like to add sales, which is equal to units, which is sum of units multiplied by the price. Again, can I get the price? Yes. So for that, this price to be able to fetch, I need to create another measure, which is price, which is equal to sum of price, product price. All right. Now I have a measure of price as well as units. Now easily I can create sum of sales, which is equal to unit multiplied by product price. So if I want to see in a, let's say, data card, what is my sales value? This visual can't be displayed. So what is the issue? If I go back and if I see my sales value, it is comprising of sum of units, which is the units part, this part, right? So why this part is not working properly? Secondly, the price part. Price is coming from product price. If I go to product underscore price, this part. So if you analyze, if you observe clearly, this product underscore price, the format is text. So it is understanding this as text and it is not being able to calculate. It is not being able to multiply this because system is recognizing this as text, not as number, right? Similarly with product underscore cost, you can see the data type is text. So for this, what we have to do is we have to go to the editor, edit query. First of all, what we have to do is in product cost, I have to remove the dollar sign, replace values. Value to find is dollar, replace with blank. Same case with product price. If I replace dollar, now I have this data type as text, I will change it into decimal. Same with product price. Right, now it is recognized as a number which can be multiplied by the number of units. Let's see if this happens. See, now there is no error. Now I'm getting the sales value as 563 million. If you want to add the dollar sign in product cost and product price, what you can do is you go to the same column, product price, select this. Here in format, currently it is general, you can change it to currency. All right, the currency is default dollar. Similarly, product underscore cost, here you can change the format to currency. Right. Finally, the DAX that I have created, sales value. What is the format for this? This is whole number. So I can change it to currency. Correct. So now I can see this is $563 million, which is total sales. All right. So right now this was just for illustration. I'll just delete the data card. Coming back to the month-wise sales, I have month here. I just need to have sales part in the Y column. Now you can see I have month-wise sales. Here you can add the data labels as well, so as to understand what is the value I'm getting. Remove the background because we already have the background with us. Looks better. If I have the title can be in white, bold, text color as white. All right, this is my title. I can change the title is sales by month. Alright, now if I want to change it, let's go to x-axis and y-axis. In x-axis I don't want to have title, this is self-explanatory. If I go to y-axis, I don't want y-axis, I don't want the title also. One second, this we can drag like this. Right, this looks good. Now we can have the labels. For example, labels, it will come in visuals. Color should be, let's say, white. If you want to change them on the basis of your requirements, you can do that. For example, in this case, this also looks good, or you can make it light purple, then bold. As per your requirement, you can change it. Or maybe even more bolder, which will show it directly. So this is up to you. The way you like it, you can make it. For now, what I'll do is I'll just keep it as the yellow part, right? Similarly, the columns, or you can say the bars, I would like to have the same color, right? And what I want is the data labels to be inside. So position should be inside, and the values color would be black, or let's say dark blue, and bold. All right. So this is how we have created our one visual. If you're not fully satisfied, if you feel this can be improved, you can do that as well. But this is one of the aspects that can be taken care of. Right, now what I can do is I can just Control C and Control V, because I already have the format with me. Right, I can change the visual to stacked bar chart, because I want to have here as product sales. Right, so I'll just click on product category, remove the date column, I'll just have product category over here. Alright, so this looks small right now because I want to have this way. So what I can do is I'll just reduce the font size to maybe 8, or let's say 10. It should not be that small. Yeah, so if I make the column as this might look better, because this is making sense right now. So what I'll do is I'll just remove this. I'll make this even bigger, maybe like this. Alright, so here you can see my product wise sales, right? Also I want to have it bigger because I want to have filters down. Again, I'll just format paint. One second. All right. So this is how I can create the filters downside, and this is how I can have the graph for product wise. Here what I can do is I can have drill down. For example, in this I have category, product categories there. I can add the product name beneath the product category. So for example, if I click on drill down mode, if I click on toys, you will see all the products under the toy with their sales. All right, so now we have this sales data. What I can do is I can change the title here. This is sales by product category, right? Again, what I have to do is I'll just Control C, Control V here. I just need to change to map. Right here, what I want to have is map location. If I go to stores, so there is no particular geography right now. Let me see. If I select stores, store underscore city looks to be geography to me. Let's say if I go towards this side, click stores, store underscore city. Here the data category can be city. Let's see if it is working or not. All right, if it is mapped, then it will definitely come here in the map, right? So what I'll do is I'll just select here in the location. Yes, it is coming, right? And then sales part I'll add in the bubble. So you can see if sales is high, the bubble will be higher, bigger. Okay. Here what I can do is I can remove the title because it's not required. I can remove the background from here because it's not required. It looks good like this as well. If I click on the map and I want to change the color of the bubbles because it's not looking good, I'm not able to see what's happening, right? So maybe let's make it dark purple, or let's say I can make it dark green. Yeah. So you can see this data set is for Mexico. You can see this is a Mexico country. You can have all the stores in this particular region. I have couple of them in America as well. One second. This is San Diego. We have Bolivia, right? So we have fair amount of store in North America and some of them in South America. You can see here. All right, so now we have understood this. What I can do is I want to add the filter of year. I want to have filter of product, stores, so that I can make sense out of it. All right, so now we have this data. I don't want this to be like this. I want to select. Let's go to general, properties, advanced option. No, this is okay. If I go to visual slicer header, right, I want to have text as year. This is good. Slider should be off, but not in this case. All right, here I'll just click on drop down. Now you can see if I select particular year 2018, so this is the data for 2018. If I select 17, now the data is for 2017. If I unselect this, my data is for complete 2017 plus 18. All right, so now if you feel there is something missing here, what is missing? So if I want to see what is my total sales, so you won't be able to see the total sales from here, right? So in that case, we want to have a data card. So data card we can add on the top or somewhere else, whatever you feel comfortable in, but we want to have some data cards. This is the use of data cards. So if I click this, right, what is my sales value? Right, so this is how I can add. If I want to format this according to other things, I can do this. I can have the the shape as well, right? So what I have to do is simply I just need to make this below. I will have the data cards on the top like this. All right. So this is how we will have. I can have improve the value size, that will be able, you will be able to see. Then I can add the improve or increase the size of the label as well. Make it white for the typing. All right, so this is how you can see. What I have to do is I'll just make it go bring or send backwards, send to back, so the value card will be on the top. All right, so this is how you can add. I'm just realigning all the things so that it is more readable. All right. All right. I hope you guys are doing this with me, because it takes time. It takes time to create the reports and make it as per the client's requirements, right? So if you are there and you can just prepare these reports with me, that will help you a lot, because that will because once you are looking at the video, you won't be able to see complexity. Sometimes you will feel that it is very easy to do, but once you start working on that by yourself, then you will realize that it is not that easy. So I can have data cards like this. What I can do is I can align them vertically, distribute horizontally, right? Let's change the color of all these data cards to make it more colorful. What about this? No, this will be in shape itself. Okay, all right, so okay, yeah, this looks good. This is my total sales. All right, so what I'll do is I'll just change the font and everything as well for this also, to make it more, readable. Currently it is not that readable. Yeah, I really love this font. Alright, the callout value is fine. If I go to category label, make it this bold, and then go again to this bold, make it small. Yeah, maybe change the color of this. label, or if I do it purple, will it be good? Let's keep it as blue only as of now. But it's not looking good, so let's try one more color. Let's go with the yellow part. Yes, let's start with this. Alright, so what we can do is we can add the number of units over here. We can select this, sum of units. If I go to callout value, display units should be none. Right, sum of units, let's make it the comma so that it's more readable. Right, make it number of units sold. Now we will have number of products that I have. Let's say, or maybe let's go to store for before the products. So how many stores do I have? Distinct count of store ID. I have 50 stores. Number of stores. All right. Same here. I want to have the count of products. Product ID. I know the product ID would be distinct, right? So this is number of products. All right. So now if I click on toys, right? So in toy category, I have 9 products I can see here, and it is available in all 50 stores. If I click on electronics, again this is available in all 50 stores. Right, so what I'll do is I'll just unselect this, drill down to electronics. Let's see if electronics toy robot is all across. Yes, so it is available in all 50 stores, as you can see. Right, so let's unfilter everything. Now we have a basic reporting. I just want to have filters. If I want to improve the border, all right, I have to search which is this border. No, not slicer header, not this one. All right, so anyway, let's not deep dive in that. Let's add more filters that we really want to make it more comprehensive. First I want filter of year, then I want filter of product, then product category, then I want to have filter of store, then I want to have filter of location. So I want to have at least 5 filters. So let me just delete this again. One second. I would like to have same size filters so that it looks aesthetically good. This size looks good. same. I just want to add this. Perfect. This is my year. Now I want to have filter of product category. Then I want to have a filter of product name. Then I want to have a filter of, let's say, store. This is my store name. Then I want to have a filter of store location, or let's say store city first. Now finally I want to have a filter of store location. Right. So what it will happen is, like, if I filter store location, let's say if I want to have residential, I'll click residential, you'll see all the filters has been changed for that. If I filter, let's say, stores, let's say if I want to filter La Pays, so all the data is for that particular store. For example, if I want to have store name as, okay, so one more thing what we can do is, this is in data cleaning part. So if I go back to the data in stores, you will see the store names. Every store name is starting from Maven Toys. So what we can do is we can delete Maven Toys. So for that I have to go to editor, Power Editor. In this particular column, I have to replace values Maven Toys written in the same way, right? And after toys, keep one space, replace with blank. Okay. All right. Again, to make it sure, transform and trim, so that any space in the left side or the right side will be eliminated. Now close and apply. Now see, the store names have been changed. If you go to the filter as well, this will make more sense now. All right, so if I want to have the store name as Taluka 2, I can see the sales for that particular store. I can see the product wise sales. I can see the data cards has been changed. So it is very, very useful. What I'll do is, finally in this, I'll edit the interaction so that each and every graph play with itself and other graphs. All right. So for example, if I click on January, so this has been changed. If I click on toys, the data, okay, so this interaction has to be changed. Okay, yes. So for example, if I click on art and craft, see the difference. If I click here in this filter, you will see the difference in this particular graph. See? So this is what I wanted. All right. So home page has been created. This is the home page. All right. So what I can do is, you can see this is the home page which has been perfectly created. I can have the icon here. For that, maybe let's insert one more shape. Let's insert this shape, for example. What I can do is, I can add the title over here, text, Maven Toys, bold, make it 16 font, Now change the border of this. Let's make it white, width as 5. All right, now I really want to change the fill color. This looks good, but it can be better. All right, we can add the shadow over here. Shadow should be for the same color. Transparency should be less. Blur should be less. Position should be bottom. All right, so this is okay right now, because currently we are looking into more of functionality rather than aesthetic look. So for now, this looks good. All right, so now what we have to do is, there is one more thing. There is a reset button. So for example, if I change this, right, so what we can do is, we can, for a default 2018 year can be selected, right? So for this year, I can see what is my total sales, what is the number of units sold, what is my number of stores, number of products sold, all these things are there. So what I'll do is, I'll bookmark this. Click on view, click on bookmark, unfilter, add a bookmark. So this is my home page reset button. All right, so what it will happen is, for example, if I click on reset, click on off action, click bookmark and select home reset. So what this will do is, for example, if I click on January and let's say then art and crafts, right, so this data has been changed. So if I click on reset, it should show me the default page, right, what I have resetted. Click on reset, see. So this really helps if you have filtered all across the page and then now you are figuring out where you have done the filters, right? So it is very tough to unfilter all those filters. So that is the best way to reset, just a click away and you can reset the whole dashboard, right? So this is how we can create one page. So for example, if I have to create the product analysis, what I will do is, I'll just duplicate this, right? So here what I will do is, I just need to change the graphs, right, the layouts, and then if I go to home page, click on product analysis, click on action. In type, I should click on page navigation, and in the destination, it should be duplicate of home, because I'll change this. This should be product analysis, right? Going back to home, click on home, product analysis, action, product analysis, right? So what it will do is, for example, if I change something in analysis, let's say I delete this, I delete the graph, right? If I click on home, right, this will be intact. If I click on product analysis from here, now I can see the different table altogether, right? So this is how I will create different pages for different tabs, right? Here also, if I have to move to home page, so here also I have to redirect to home button, home page, type, page navigation, destination, home, right? If I click on home now, it will redirect me to the first page. So it will be very seamless. You won't feel that you're going away from the dashboard. In one dashboard page itself, you will see all the pages. You can have multiple pages like this. All right, so now talking about the product analysis, let's go to the product page. Here, you need to understand what all KPIs are important to analyze the product. So first of all, you need to see what is my product category wise analysis, right? And then you have to see what is my SKU level analysis. And then you have to analyze which are my top 5 SKUs, which are my top 5 products, and what is the percentage share of each product from the overall portfolio, right? And then we will analyze each product's cost versus price, and then which is more profitable or which has more margin. All right, so what we will do is, we will have one table, right? In this table, what I will add is product, right? Now I need to add product cost. Now let's add product price. Okay, so now if you want to see what is the margin can be created. For example, if I create a DAX, see, price should be always greater than cost so that you are in profits, right? So what we will do is we will subtract cost from the price. Okay, so now we have not created the cost DAX. So what we will do is cost is sum of cost. All right, so now we have created a DAX for cost as well. We have a DAX for price. Now we can subtract them. All right, so margin has been created. I can just drag and drop margin. Right, again in margin I can just change it to currency. All right, I don't need the total part here because I'm analyzing the margin part. So let's go to the format your visual, totals, and click on off. All right, now also I want to remove the background. All right, properties, we can work on, let's say, minimal, or if condensed is better, then we can use condensed, but I think minimal is better. All right, so let me just take this away, remove this, add like this. If I want to sort this on the basis of margin, you can just click on margin header. See, now you can see mini basketball hoop. This has the highest margin. So if you would like to sell this particular product, you will be in benefits. For example, if I want to add the sales part here as well, you will see this is selling more or not. So you can see this is not sold much, but you can see etch a sketch. This has been sold a lot many more times, and in color birds also this is good sales. So you can see there is a good margin of $8 and $10 for these two products, right? So now what I have to add is percentage of sales value. So what I can do is I can drag sales value again here, right, and click here, show value as percentage of total grand. All right, so this is very catchy. So what I have to do is here I want to have only top 10 products on the basis of sales value, right? So what I'll do is I'll click on this graph and then click on view, click on filters on this visual, click on product name. I want to have top 10. So product name, basic filtering, instead of that click top n, show items top 10 values on the basis of sales. So I'll just drag the sales value here and apply. You'll see only 10 products are filtered on the basis of sales. This is what I wanted. All right, so this is good. sometimes it's a hassle to just make it more aesthetically look good. All right, so now we have this. Right, so now we have this particular table where I can see product name, then what is my product. For example, if I just change the header of them, this is my product cost. So let's say cost. This is self-explanatory that we are working on product, so we just don't need to write them. Price, oops, margin, sales, and this is my percentage of sales. All right, this looks neat. Here what I need to add is the product category as well. Or what I can do is I can drag this after name. Yeah, this will make more sense. So I can see in top 10 products, I can see my category as toys is 3 times, art and craft is twice, games is also twice, electronics is also twice, sports and outdoors is once. So you can see the influence, you can see which is more bought by the customers. I can have a pie chart on product category versus sales. I can just format this on the basis of previous painters. Alright, so this can be, show me that art and craft is number 1, second is toys, third is sports and outdoors, fourth is games, and finally electronics is the bottom most. But still in the top 10 categories, in top 10 products, I can see electronics is twice, but the number 1 is art and crafts, it is also twice only. It is not thrice or 4 times. And sports and outdoors, which is third, which is way ahead of electronics, it is just once in top 10 products. So you can see how your products are performing, which category is doing good, which category is doing bad. You can compare this category by sales versus previous year. For example, this is my current year 2018. If you want to analyze this, that this particular product has been increased by 10% or 15% versus 2017, or this particular product has degrown, so you can add those KPIs as well. Alright, so now the scope here is I want to analyze more things. For example, I will have the same chart. This should be sent to back. So now you can see the sales by product for these. This is my total sales, number of units sold. These are number of stores. Here I don't want number of stores. I want to have number of categories. So I'll just have categories because this is the product table, product page. I don't need to see which particular store is there, right? So I can just change the name of this as well, number of categories. Oops, the spelling mistake. Let me just change it again. All right, so this is how you can make this. So this was the home page, right? Now if I go to the product analysis, if I remove the background, does it look better? or you want it back. So it is up to you. For the time being, I am removing this, right? I am increasing the font size of the values. No, 11 looks good, or maybe 10 was better. Yes. All right, so now we have this analysis. What else we can do in product analysis? We have, so let's go back to the product table. This is a product table. We have the product name, product category, product cost, and product price. So if I say, what is my total cost of preparing or manufacturing these product categories? Let's say if I want to say total cost of manufacturing particular category, I just need to add a table, product category, in this product cost. So this will add up to all the individual things, and then product price. Right. So what I can do is in product price, I can change the number of decimals. Let's say up to 2. Right. So this makes more sense. Now I need to add margin as well. Right. So now you can see in selling art and craft, I'm getting a margin of $33 overall. So this is a sum of total cost of all the purchases, and this is sum of all the product prices. Right. So this is my margin, $33. So if I want to sort this on the basis of high to low, so toys has the huge, like biggest margin, you can see. Right. But this is not the sales. This is just the total of cost of all the products, and this is the cost, or sorry, this is the price of all the products which are there in the inventory. Right. So now I just want to add the sales as well. So now if you want to see, I am having a total sale of 279 million. Out of 279 million, my biggest sale is from art and craft. Here the margin is $33. And second highest is toys. Here the margin is $39. So we are very happy, or we can say it is very good that the sales is the least in the electronics category where the margin is the lowest. So in that case, the overall profit you can improve. Right. So let me just format the features for this table as well. Right. Let me just delete this for now. So if I talk about one more thing here, for example, if I want to click on art and craft, I just want to see the analysis for art and craft. So I'll just click art and craft. The total sale is 21 million, right? So in art and craft, my number one is Magic Sand, second is Belarus Line, then third is HA Sketch, fourth is Kids Makeup Kit, and so on and so forth, right? So the product cost is 71 roughly, total product price is 104, margin is 33, total sale is 213, as you can see over here as well. Right. So here in this particular category, I can see the number of products are 8, total units sold is 2,03,062, and total sale is this. So you can see holistically which category is performing how much, what is my total sales. All right. So what we will do is in store level analysis, we will analyze current year versus last year. Right. So we can see which store has performed well in this particular year versus previous year. So that will make more sense. All right. So what we will do is here in home action, we can see it is redirecting to the home page. Perfect. Here in product analysis, there should not be any action because this is my normal page. Let me just, duplicate page this, and let's call it as store analysis. right? So from here in home also, let me just make one more duplicate for the inventory, and that will be completed. Now if I go to home page, click on product, action is going to product analysis. If I click on store analysis, click OK or on in action, click on page navigation, go to destination as store analysis. In inventory, click on, type should be page navigation, destination should be inventory analysis. Similarly in product analysis, go to store, click on, go to type as page navigation, destination should be store. Click on inventory analysis, click on, type should be page navigation, destination should be inventory analysis, right? So all these are done. If I go to store analysis, same, home should give this, product should give, go to product, type should be page navigation, destination should be home product. We are already in store, it should be off. In inventory, click on, page navigation, destination should be inventory. Now if I go to inventory, home should give me home, product should give me product. Click on page navigation, destination should be product. Store should give me, it should redirect to the store page. Click on page navigation, destination is store analysis, and we are already in inventory. Perfect. So if I click on home, so I'll redirect to the home. If I go to product from here, I'll see it as my product analysis. If I go to store, this is my store analysis. If I click on inventory, this is my inventory analysis. Now we are left with the analysis of store and inventory, right? So if I go back to the store, in store analysis, as I told you, I will talk about current year versus previous year sales, how it is being compared. For that, let me just remove these visuals because these are for product, or maybe we can just change in this particular table itself, right? Removing all these margins, costs. Let me add the store name. Alright, so this is how it is, like store wise sales. If I click on sales, which is the most contributor, so Mexico 2, Ciudad de Mexico 2 is #1 contributor, right? So what I can do is, to make it more readable, I have a stacked bar chart. Let me change the color. One second. If I click here, click on format paint, click on over here. Okay, it is not changing. I need to change the bar color. Okay, so what I will do is, this should be light blue, yeah, yellow, right? So it's light yellow, it's good. Let me just remove percentage of sales as of now, right? So now I have total 50 stores, and I can see which is doing well, how much it is. And in this particular graph itself, I just need to add store city, right? These are my store city, which are my location. These are on the top, right? So I can drill down and see what exactly is happening. Right, so maybe this part I can have in pie chart. Store location, right? You can see downtown is #1, commercial is #2, third is residential, fourth is airport, right? Now if I click on downtown, then which are the stores which are giving me that much amount of sales? I can add a graph again. See, whichever is more readable graph, that you have to use. It's not like you have to make it colorful or you have to use all kind of graphs. only two kind of graphs are also sufficient sometimes, if that is making sense. Alright, so here what I can add is, I'll just remove store location. I can have all the cities, but this is more of store analysis. I'll just reduce the city as well and have only the store names. Add the data labels. So why data labels can't be shown? Enlarge the visual or decrease the data labels text size. Okay, if I go to values, if I reduce this, all right, now it is coming. If I make it none, all right, so we have to see how it will make more sense and logical. You can enlarge this to whatever size you want, right? So this part I will have it in the right side, this should be on the left because this is my store analysis, so it should be more focused. All right, so this is how I can have my sales. For example, here I just need to change the text. This is by sales by location. All right, here in the drill down I need to add city if I already have not, or it is already there, so this is perfect, right? I just need to remove store name from here anyway, so this is fine. I have this sales by store name. Now I need to add one graph which is geography, right? I can have store city, I can have sales, right? I can see which are the topmost cities with the sales, right? So if I want to have the analysis in downtown, I'll click on downtown. You can see cross highlighting isn't supported for complex top end. Okay, so I just need to remove the top end because it is already there, right? What else is there? It is supported. Okay, so I have removed this. All right, yeah, this looks good. Now in the sales which I have taken, I need to make the number of decimal places as 2 to make it more cleaner. All right, now you can see these are my stores. If I click on one particular store, let's say Toluca, right, I can see this is in downtown and this is the Toluca, right? If I unselect this, I want to select which is my topmost, this one. I have 3 stores in this particular city. This is this one, second is Guadalajara 4, 1, or maybe 2, like there are 4 stores in this, right? So this is very helpful to see like which are there in which one, and you can see all these 4 stores are in each location: downtown 1, commercial 1, residential 1, airport 1. So this makes sense. All right, so again in this I have selected year. Here, as I discussed previously, I want to have current year versus previous year sales. So let me just add one table. All right, here I just need to have store code, or let's say store name, current year sales, which would be sales value. Now I need to add previous year sales. So how I will add that? I have to create a measure of previous year sales. So now what would be the DAX for previous year sales? It would be for same period last year. I have to select date table, right? This has been selected, but what would be the value? I have to calculate sales, right, for this particular time period. So this has to be closed, and this is my previous year sales. So if I drag previous year sales in this particular column, you will see this particular store for last year it was 36 lakhs, and in this year it is 41 lakhs. Let me just change the currency of previous year sales as well to currency. general to currency, right? All right, so now if I want to see if it is a growth or degrowth, I can create one more DAX, percentage growth. It would be equal to difference of the sales value minus previous year sales, right, divided by previous year sales. Let's see what it comes. And make it as in percentages. All right, so what we have done is incorrect or correct. Previous year was 36 lakhs, now it is 41 lakhs. So growth is 14%, which is absolutely correct. So it is more or less, it's like 41 divided by 36, it is 14.67. Similarly for campaign 1, it is current year sales is 58 lakhs, previous year is 44 lakhs, the growth percentage is 31%. If I want to sort this on the basis of growth percentage, I can see this Suliakan 1, this store name has improved a lot. I can see the growth is more than 100%, right? So you can do conditional formatting for this particular column as well. You can, if you want to highlight the stores with the growth of more than 50%, so you can do conditional formatting from here as well. So if you go here, conditional formatting, background color. So if I want to have on the basis of, let's say, the percentage of growth, lowest is red, highest is, let's say, green. Okay, so highest is green. If you go down, you'll see it is going towards red. Similarly, if you want to filter out only the particular category, for example, only the growth percentages which are more than 50%, then you can do that as well. You can create a DAX for that as well. So it's up to you. All right, so this is about store analysis. You can see the stores in the map as well. You can see which are in which particular location. If I click on downtown, you can see this particular store has been grown by this particular percentage. So this is very, very helpful to understand which is growing or degrowing. So if I say, is there any store which is degrowing? So as of now, I can't see that. Let's say if I want to sort this from bottom top. So there is one store, Monterey, which has grown by 5.5%. Right, but then there is no such store which has degrown. So overall the stores are growing and overall sales is growing. That's wonderful. But now you will say in 2018 my total sales is 279 million. In 2017 it was 283 million. So how come it is a growth when I can see the total sales is degrowing? But what you can't see is in 2017 283 million was sales from January till December, right? In 2018 we have not completed this year. This year we are till, let's say, September. I have to check this. Let's say if I click here, I select particular month and let's say sales is there. So you can see I have sales till September. So I still have October, November and December, 3 months remaining for the sales to come, right? So once I have the sales for October, November, December, surely the sales, overall sales will improve or increase from the previous year sales. I hope you understood this, right? So now you can toggle from store name to product analysis, let's say. So now this was the product analysis. If I go to home, this was my home page. Now going back to the store analysis. So this is how you create the reports. I can go back to the inventory analysis and create the inventory analysis over here. All right, guys. So I feel you have understood how to create the dashboards. We can drag and drop from here, from these visualization. We can add more visuals from here. If you want to have some measure, you can create a DAX. you can just click on three dots, you can create a new column. If you want to have a custom column, or you want to have a measure which the Power BI already has defined, you can click on quick measure. Right, so if you want to have the average per category, you can click here. You can just drag and drop all the fields from here to base value and category, and Power BI will automatically calculate for you. So this is a very powerful tool. And you want to analyze, let's say, YTD sales or previous year sales, you can do that very easily. If you want to analyze profitability, which store is performing well, which store is not performing well, you can do that as well. If you want to share across with the management, you can share this. They will be very helpful to see all the pages at one place and see what exactly is happening in their organization. I hope you understood the overall concept of Power BI, how useful this particular tool is, and how to use all those features. If you still have any doubt in any particular area, please comment below and let me know what are the things we can discuss one-on-one. We can have a discussion on all those concepts so that you are understanding all these basic concepts. And if you are interested in data analytics, you can subscribe to this channel, because in the future I will be adding more videos which are related to Power BI, SQL, interview, job preparation tips and tricks, and how to transition from salesman to data analytics, or transition from non-IT to IT jobs. All right guys, I hope you loved this, and thanks a lot for watching this video. Bye.